Oh, good grief. You've got to be joking. You have to be joking me. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. Everyone in square. My God, this is going to be an absolute maelstrom. Hold, gentlemen, hold. Oh my goodness me, this is insane. Come on, gentlemen, move. Now we're just fighting on the absolute... on the brink here. Oh, that was so close. We did it. I don't believe it, we did it. With 4 rescues, we did it. Mod USA campaign, and this, my friends, how we left it last time, and what a fight we had last time, man. What a fight, my friends, we had last time. It was absolutely huge. Once again, the entire fight was focused around Warsaw. That has become the absolute epicenter here of the conflict on the Eastern Front against the Germans. Germany throwing its entire southern front in against us here. 20,000 men, including a full stack Austrian army. Now the Austrians were the first to appear on the battlefield, right behind us there, but we absolutely sent them packing. We thrashed that Austrian army to the point where it is completely disintegrated. You cannot find that Austrian army anywhere here. It was utterly destroyed. And because of that, my friends, we've given ourselves now some breathing space here, a small amount of breathing space. Many of you have come up with some, all of you dare I say, have come up with some brilliant suggestions. But the main thread running through all of your suggestions, all your plans, all your ideas, is that we have to hold on to Warsaw. We have to rebuild these armies here. You want me to invest this money here we've sort of got here left over, and invest in replenishing these armies, but also bringing reinforcements in from Königsberg. So we are going to do that, my friends. Many of you suggested bringing in an army group in from Königsberg, splitting that group off there, pulling it into Warsaw, so that if the Germans, and it's probably going to look like the Germans will probably attack here again Warsaw, maybe one last ditch effort to try and wrench it from our control. But if we're going to try and move it, we are definitely going to be moving an army group. Not try to, my friends. We're definitely going to be moving in an army group here from Königsberg. It's really important now that sacrifices were made by those troops, and it was absolutely down to the wire. It was a really, crucial victory, but a very narrow victory, because the Germans do still have, over 11,000 men still left here in this theatre within around Warsaw. The southern front has been cracked, but it hasn't quite broken apart. We haven't splintered it apart yet. But that is our main goal. If we can hold Warsaw, and if the Germans throw themselves onto it once again, I think we have a very good sort of capabilities here of really breaking the southern front. A very good position we got to find ourselves in now where we can break them. But also, crucially, we have finally engaged the Germans here, and we've taken the attack to the Germans. We're using this elite army group here, or elite strike force, should I say, an assault force here, comprising of some of our finest elite troops, and of course the Marine Expeditionary Forces in the vanguard here, hitting Gdansk with everything it's got now. As you can see, the Germans have a huge amount of forces around Gdansk, a massive amount of forces. Many of the forces are actually from that splintered southern front, but also from the battle before the one we just had. So we've still got quite a lot of battered armies here from the Germans, but also we've got at least a full army group here in position. As you can see, they've got an army in Gdansk, an army just outside Gdansk, and then this army here as well, Theodor Schonkampf. They do have a lot of cannon. One of these armies, this army in particular, has a huge array of cannon and sort of mortars, absolutely massive here. But as you can see, they don't have a lot of infantry here. They're relying heavily on the cannons to sort of batter their way through these things. And then, of course, the defending army of Gdansk itself. They do have hussars here and Bosniaks. Very, very tough. Look at that charge bonus, 27. Absolutely lethal if they're getting close to you. But they do have a huge amount of conscripts here, which might signify the Germans are struggling to recruit sort of, you know, the professional and raise those armies up, trying to get those troops through the recruitment schools fast enough here to really deal, because remember, we are in a war of attrition here. Be under no illusions, my friends, we're in a war of attrition. Now, there have been promotions as well. A number of you have asked for promotions both in the Admiralty and also in the Army. So we'll start with the Admiralty first. The first promotion here is Admiral John Holdaway here. John Holdaway requesting, and of course that has been accepted by the Naval High Command. So you can see John Holdaway now is the Admiral, the commander now of this very, very, very experienced battle fleet here, this naval battle fleet. And it is guarding, this is the first sort of line of defence here from stopping anything coming to the Baltic Sea here. So again, that is a very, very highly experienced, high veterancy naval task force here. So that really is a vital important cog here in this whole sort of position we find ourselves in now, with our navy locking down the Baltic. We have to keep this really under lock and key here. And then the second promotion we have from the Admiralty here is Admiral Zach George here. Now, Admiral George risen through the ranks very, very quickly here in the Admiralty. Absolutely one of the real you know, hot shot in the Admiralty here. As you can see, not a large task force it would seem, but Admiral George, or Admiral George's fleet is actually split into two. We have one group here, and we have the remainder of his task force here blockading Rostock here. We have to keep the Germans absolutely under lock and key here, especially this little fleet. It's nothing, this fleet wouldn't bother us at all. We just can't have it roaming around. So this fleet is actually a lot larger than you actually see. It would be almost well, it'd be 8 ships, 9 including the Admiral ship as well. So of course we really do have to keep this under lock and key. We've got 2 excellent admirals there. And then we have, of course, promotions as well within the field. Of course, promotions haven't really been able to be pushed through quite yet because of the sheer magnitude of the fighting in Europe here. The Eastern Front has been dragging a huge amount of men, materials and money into it. This war is it's got to be at least 15 years old we had with Germany. From the time they attacked us way back in South America to where we are now, we finally find ourselves actually able to attack, be the aggressor, to put ourselves on the front foot and actually knock the Germans back on the back foot. And as you can see here, we do have a number of promotions. You can see those generals we promoted here. Now, as you can see, we did have 19,000 in gold, but to be able to push the promotion through, we had to bring the general into position here. So as you can see, we have now General Gallimore here, requesting an excellent general, very, very disciplined indeed. Let's go to this army. He really has put his army through the paces here. As you can see, the army is waiting reinforcements and replenishment. As you can see, they really were heavily involved in the fighting in Warsaw there. And indeed, we have also here General Miki Kerr here, again an excellent general, a general that has seen his army recruited specifically from East Prussia, but has got a lot of experienced units here, already heavy, involved in some heavy fighting as well. But that is why we are pushing General Kerr's army into the Warsaw area as part of that army group. And we also have, if I am not mistaken, see, we've got so many. Anthony Morris here. We have so many troops here in situ here. There, General Andrew Shirley here as well. And again, General Shirley's army is really sort of heavily focused on East Prussia. But again, we are building General Shirley's army up to be part of the strike force that will eventually move into Warsaw. But remember, we can't drain too many forces away from Königsberg either. Königsberg is still an absolute key sort of cornerstone of our defences here in Eastern Europe. If Eastern Front, if it falls, we will be in big trouble here. And indeed, these forces are the sort of the backstop, the anvil for which the forces here, these elite forces here, that are attacking Königsberg are using to sort of trap these forces, so they can't, the German forces, so they can't go any further. But that is promotion. So if I've missed anybody out at all, please forgive me, my friends. I have looked through many of the comments trying to spot as many as promote those of you who want to be promoted as I possibly could. If I've missed anybody, it's not on purpose, I promise you. It's just merely me missing that, possibly your comment asking for it. But if I have missed you, mention it in the comments. I will definitely make sure you get a promotion into general, or if you want to be part of a naval force, please put that. Please put so my friends. I'll do that, no problems. We've also wanted Jamie, General Jamie here, has wanted to be moved into these into Warsaw as well. We are going to grant that wish there, but first we can't leave Stockholm undefended, so we will be creating another army here, and then General Jamie's army will be then moved to the Warsaw front. And we got a lot of things in America, back in Homeland, happening as well. We'll deal with that in just a moment. I think the first thing we need to do is take your advice, my friends, and replenish. And first of all, we're going to move. So we've got this army here, under General Miki Kerr here, moving into position. That's already been set to move into position here, right here, just outside Warsaw. Then we're going to be moving. This is a pretty big sort of decision here in terms of our sort of defence, the rear defence of Königsberg. And the reason is this army has been sat here defending in this fort. We built this fort, specifically this artillery fort, to defend against any sort of incursions here coming from Russia, because remember, the Germans have been using Russia as a sort of an area to sort of move back into, replenish, and then striking, because they know we can't move into Russia, at least not yet. So as you can see, this army here is a very, very experienced army, battle hardened here, under General Beckham. Many of you know General Beckham already, been involved in a number of fights in this campaign. We're immediately going to move General Beckham. As you can see, this army can already move a great distance here. We need to rejig some of this. Also, some of you saying, merge your units, man. Merge your units together to make them a lot more compact. Bring them up to a decent number of regiments here. So we're going to do that as well. We're also going to be moving this army here, of General PH here. So this army is going to form the sort of the final sort of, you know, final piece of this jigsaw we're going to put together here. This army group is going to be moving to Warsaw to bolster the defences here, but then we're going to have to rejig the defences around Königsberg. We cannot allow Königsberg to fall. It is absolutely crucial we hold Königsberg, even more so than Warsaw. But again, many of you say Warsaw really is a pivotal place now within this campaign. If we lose it, we are in trouble. We are in trouble, because it will open up the entire sort of southern front here. Will just absolutely be splintered asunder. We'll be in big trouble. If we reinforce now, then we have a good chance. And also, many of you are saying, once you've taken to Gdansk, start mopping up these armies here. Start striking out and mopping up these armies here with some of these forces here. So what we'll probably do is we'll take Gdansk. We'll leave an army. We'll leave 2 armies in here. We'll send out an army group then to start mopping up these that are left from the battle with Gdansk. Remember, we haven't yet fought this battle. It's going to draw in all of these German forces are going to be drawn, maybe even this one here in Poznan here might be drawn into it, in which case it's going to be an absolute bloodbath for both sides. It really is. So let's begin this. Actually, I think what we will do is, first of all, we will begin to merge some of these units here. Now, as you can see, we've fortunately been able to bring in a brand new unit here, the 40th Regiment. Right, let's bring all of these regiments up to full strength. I think probably the best thing to do would probably bring this army here under General Donaldson up to full strength. And it's actually in pretty good shape. We did manage to get in 3 brand new regiments there. And that is going to cost a good, what, 3,000 in gold there. But still pretty good here. What we might actually do here is merge some of these together here. Let's merge these 3 regiments together here. So we've merged those 3 regiments together. We'll merge this regiment and this regiment together as well. Now that's more like it. That's okay. That's moved this down a little bit, but still, we are in a process, I believe, of recruiting. No, we're not. Why are we not recruiting? Well, first of all, the best thing to do, I think, is to get all these. Look at that. We've already brought in a huge amount of troops here into this army here. That is fantastic to see. So that general is obviously taking quite the beating there.
Sir.
Now look at that. This army here has been absolutely thrashed. So we're actually going to pull this army out from here to there. It's not going to be any good to us because it has been absolutely beaten to a pulp.
Sir.
And we've got this army here. Now we've got 59, 47 men here. We shall merge these together. And we shall also merge these 2 regiments together as well. And the rest can be replenished. for General Gallimore. And again,
Sir.
I might take the brunt of the force there, but they
Orders.
do have some good troops in order here.
Ready
Now,
for orders.
actually this force is in pretty good shape, so we don't need to merge any of these. But we are going to replenish.
At the ready.
And this army is absolutely, General Zeno's army has been absolutely butchered here. So merging these units here would probably decimate the entire army. The army would be down to just a couple here. So we're going to merge these regiments together. And we're going to merge, gentlemen please. Thank you. And of course, we'll remerge this and this regiment together here. For some reason we're not able to do that, I don't know why. Now we've merged those together. Nope, they don't want that to happen, so that's fine. I think what we will do is replenish the rest. 4,000, my goodness me, that is a huge chunk of money there, but still has to be done. Remember, we can't allow these armies here. Look at that, what a fantastic. General Holyfield here is going to actually move around to this flank here to really sort of absorb any blows coming in here. And I think what we could, I wonder if we can move
ready.
this army
At the
here
ready.
of General Gallimore to around the front here.
Forward. Sir.
Move General Holyfield's forces to here, and then we shall move General Beckham's army to the side here to protect. So we're starting now to build in this army group.
At the
And
ready.
we have General PH's force here move in to really protect this flank quite vigorously here. We might attack from behind here, but we still got some good forces here. We're going to try and protect the southern flank here, the southern area here.
March. Ready and awaiting
Taking a
orders.
beating there, still
Sir.
in good shape here. Okay, we're starting to
ready.
rebuild this. I see that army's in pretty good
Ready
shape
for
here. This
order.
army's been absolutely decimated here. The central defenders here, they've been decimated as well, but again they've been replenished.
Sir.
This force we're not going to lose because they took part in the battle. They're equally as valuable as any other. We're going to move
Ready,
this army
waiting order.
here, down into here I think.
cannot do that.
Now, actually, and that is actually our
Yes.
Königsberg defences are in very good shape. We're going to move Andrew Shirley here to the Russian border.
March.
General Shirley here on the Russian border. We should have recruitment, yes indeed. Now we're going to increase our recruitment here. And 2 cavalry. Okay, we have absolutely thrown a lot here into this. We've got Gdansk under siege. We're bringing the Warsaw defences now back up to full strength. We've moved in an army group, actually more than an army group. We've moved in an army group plus a reinforcing army here of General Miki Kerr, which will be defending this pocket here, this gap here. And we've got the river here. So if we could get them on a river crossing, it would be, what a battle that would be, because there's no bridges. The only bridges here. The bridge between East and West Prussia. Now if we can unify this region here, it would put us right here within stone throws of Berlin. It really would. And that is what we're ultimately after. Now, as you can see, Copenhagen here is absolutely sealed off here. We've got a full army group and an additional forces on their way here to reinforce. And the same will go for Stockholm here. We've got these forces en route and being recruited here. Stockholm really is a linchpin here. But we're going to briefly move away here from the Eastern Front. We're going to move back to the homeland here. We've got a few things to sort out here. Now, the first is... Look at this. Look at this. Afghanistan. Moving in these forces here into Cuba. I tell you what, they will pay dearly for this. We have to replenish that. But we're going to send in the home fleet here to deal with these fiends. And the fleet we're going to send in is here. And this is the defending fleet. This really is. I have to replenish this. Some of these forces, some of these are taking a bit of a beating here, especially this force here. So we're going to deal with these Afghanistan forces here that dared to come into here to try and take it. They thought we'd be blindsided, but no, my friends. The eagle soars high above the Americas,
We
and
rule
it spots
the way.
all that goes on here. And now they are at the bottom of the sea where they shall meet their doom, a watery grave, but one that they cannot expect to avoid. And we shall send them back to be replenished. Now, was there another Afghan force moved in here somewhere that we've missed? Because Cuba really is an absolute vital port for us, and that's why we've got this highly experienced army here, just to guard against it. Now, any more Afghanistan armies or navies being moved into the area here? What we do want to do is we want to check out what is going on over here, up here in Newfoundland, because, and I shall explain why. General DJP has asked and requested that he be leading an assault here against Newfoundland here. He wishes to clear Newfoundland and indeed Agvituk here of our Mughal enemies here. That we've been at war with the Mughals for a long time. It really has been a long time. And we haven't really had the forces to be able to do that. But General DJP has indeed courageously asked that he be moved into to take care of the Mughals here. So we are going to do that. So we're moving this force here. So we're going to move General DJP towards the port here in Providence. And we're moving General JP into Niagara here to just in case. The British are indeed moving a huge amount of forces here into the area. Not particularly keen of that happening. We would have to push in. And why are these not replenished here? We need all these armies at home here to be fully replenished. We are going to indeed bring this navy Thank you, gentlemen. We don't have enough there to do all that. That's fine. But we do need to know what's going on here. And Agvituk.
Under sail.
And they'll actually started to build here as well, a madrasa. We need to remove these forces from here. So General DJP is going to have quite the fight on his hands here. Although they are mostly just mob and bowmen. So I believe we shall dispense with that army in all due haste. As you can see, we've got 4 cannons as well. We've got also these Legion and also the 2nd Continental Dragoons here as part of that army, which is excellent to see. Now, we've missed any more Afghan tricks here because we don't want to be caught out. No, I think everything is under control here in terms of the fleets. We've got plenty of fleets to be able to deal with any naval intrusions. We've got an agent here which we do need to move out from here and send to Europe. Do we have any naval forces in situ? Indeed we do.
Ready and waiting.
That's what we're going to do. We are going to have the agent board, and we're going to be moving the agent into Europe, where he's going to have a lot more. It's going to be definitely a lot more helpful to us. No, nothing we've missed here at all. Of course, we've blockaded here as well.
Officer on deck.
Blockaded the Gibraltar Straits. We've also sealed off here, but we've also got to deal with this here as well. Now, we've got Patras. We've got a very experienced army here under General Adabud here in situ. And mind you, these 24 pounders, I did listen to you, my friends. I did not listen to you. Many of you say, "Man, get 24 pounders." 24-pound foot artillery into your armies. I don't know why I didn't take your advice. I should have, because they were absolutely pivotal in us holding that last fight. It really was. It was that crucial. It really was. Now we've sealed off Gibraltar here. So the Prussians, the Austrians, and indeed the Germans these forces aren't allowed to just maneuver where they want and strike us. We've got to keep them contained within the Mediterranean. We're also building up this commercial port here, and also all these here, but we've got to be careful of Greece. Greece does have some very good armies here. They just simply will not allow us to be friendly with them at all. Mind you, look at this Ottoman town. It's been absolutely shattered. Mind, look at the wealth, look at the sort of the amount of territory the Germans have got here now. Let's have a look. We've got everything has been done here. Now, can we get request trade with Spain? They'll probably say no, but they're hostile with us as friends. Sweden. Let's request trade with them. No, and obviously going to be. I don't know if they're going to stay friendly with us for very long. Now, Poland isn't friendly. Let's just try, because they're allied with Austria and with the Germans. Oh, they are at war with Britain. No, they're not interested. And Greece, we should try once again with Greece. They don't want any technology at all. What about some trade? No, nothing at all, which is fine. Feeble and destitute, so they're actually absolutely broke. What have we got coming in next turn here? 21,770. We're going to be pushed. Look at all the trade that's been hit here. Look at the trade. France has been cut off. Look at that. India has been absolutely obliterated, our trade with India. So that's why we're losing so much money on trade. We have to take Agvatuk, and we have to take Newfoundland here to open up this brand new sort of trade, and also this the profits that we'd get from these as well. It won't be vast profits, but every bit will help here. Right, so let's end the turn here, my friends, and let's just see what happens. Gotta keep an eye on Britain as well, although we're very, very firm allies with Britain. We don't want to be caught out here at all. We do not want to be caught out here at all. Okay, now they're putting forces, and now they're reinforcing. No. Yep. Now, just a moment here, Britain. Your jeepers creepers, great balls of fire. I have absolutely no idea what's going on here whatsoever. That does perturb me a little bit here. I think we have to invest in some armies back at home. That is unsettling, to say the least. That is unsettling to say the least. Now, Austria here, you come after us, Austria, and you will pay the price, I can assure you. I hope you learned your lesson by now. Now, they've put a full army there, they've combined that there. Now, I don't understand what France is doing here at all. Don't you start on us, France. When if we can get some kind of alliance with France? I'm not sure. We don't need to do it. Don't Germany. Will Germany give us some peace now for a moment? Will they give us that breather we need, or will we have another battle here? They're reinforcing from Berlin here. And they're actually moving their battered formations away here. Oh, and actually they're moving into Gdansk. They're not actually backing away from it. They're actually... Oh, they want this fight. That's good for us. My word, that's going to be an absolute clash right there. That really is going to be an absolute clash. Are they now moving forces to the northern frontier? Yes, they are. They're starting to gather their forces again here. Perturbing, my friends, perturbing indeed. Gotta keep a close eye on what they're doing here. If we can get these forces around Warsaw back up to full strength. Oh, indeed they are. Look at this. They're gathering in the north again. I don't understand why they've moved that force there away from Gdansk. Just give us that breathing space we need. Just give us 1 year of breathing space, and I can assure you, you will pay. If you come for Warsaw again. Berlin, we have to take care of Berlin because that's where all their forces are coming. Look at this. They've assembled a full army group here. That is going to be quite the fight there. pulling in forces again from their Russian holdings. We have to deal with this at some point. Come on, Prussia, show your hand here. Show your hand. Show your hand. Prussia, see what happens. We will take that fight, sir. Or what? Where did that come from? Where are these forces coming from? It doesn't matter, we are reinforcing Warsaw now. They're starting to move around again. But this time we're ready. Come on, Prussia, show your hand to us now. Hiding there in their French armies, I see. That's quite close to Königsberg. Yeah, look at that. They're sending these forces in from their Russian holdings here. That's how they're going to do it. But we can't move into Russia without declaring war on Russia, and we just cannot handle a war with Russia as well at the moment. That's fine, that's absolutely fine. We can manage that. At least we know where they are then. They won't cross though, they won't cross into Copenhagen, because they know they'll be met with an absolute staunch defence. That's a heck of a battle right there, my friends. That is a heck of a battle. Wonder if we can make that more in our favour here. 10,000. We've got 9,843. Let's let that move into position here. If we can pull this force further away from the main force here, that will suit us just fine. Perfectly there. They're just sat outside Warsaw, but we could drag them away here. Here they come. Here they come. Oh. It's given us that breathing space. We didn't take that fight then. It's given us time to get our armies into position here, to get them into proper position. Afghanistan, what are you going to do now? Ottoman Empire. Ottomans, again, taking their time. But I believe they've got the Mamelukes as a protectorate. That's why we see this Mameluke force here outside Baghdad. Or actually, is that Mesopotamia actually part of I think this is the Mameluke sort of capital here. Yes, it is indeed. So Mesopotamia is the main capital of Ottomans, but I believe the Mesopotamians are the protectorate of the Ottomans. Plot thickens, my friends, plot thickens. Mesopotamia is a vast... Here, ooh, Russia. Whoa. Hang on a minute. Hang on just a moment, sir. Why have we got an army group moving up? As long as they stay... Nothing from you, Spain. Nothing from you at all, because we will come down on you like an absolute ton of bricks. Mind you, now they've got... Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. France have taken Paris back. Have France taken Paris back? What? They've invaded London? And they've taken Amsterdam. They've taken Amsterdam from the Dutch. But the Dutch have taken Paris. My word, the plot thickens substantially here. Venice. Greece. Nothing from you, Greece. Nothing from you at all. And Norway, staunch allies. Oh, that's good to see. Wait a minute, they gone for Akvituk. Have they gone for Akvituk? That is strange. Why are they moving a force up here? Okay, they've hit Jutland here, but that's fine. That's fine here. So we've got this army here stationed here. Jan Teichmann. Not a substantial force. They do have grenadiers here. Glessen up. I'm more interested. Look at that. France have taken back Paris. Well, I'll be damned. Look at that. But they've lost Brussels and they've lost Amsterdam. That's a huge blow to them there that they lose that, but still. And where did that fleet go then from Spain? But that's great to see. I wonder if we can't get an alliance here, can we, with France? No, we can't. Drat. Mind, we're pretty friendly with them. Oh yes, indeed, sir.
Immediately.
Let's first of all deal with these here. Oh, look at that. Denmark has seen an explosion in troops here.
Yes, sir.
Oh my word, look at that, an army. We might, I think what we will do is probably send this army here up to Stockholm.
Immediately. Making camp. Sorry, sir. Not possible, sir. Aye, sir.
They move.
Clear away and make ready. Sir. Your orders?
Oh, 33,000. Oh, 32,900. A trade center. Oh yes, it did. We've got India has opened up the trade routes here. France has now opened up its trade. Brilliant. Got into Prussia. Oh yes, look at that.
Your humble servant.
Fantastic. We've got this
Make
force
ready.
here. Now what does this need here? We need to fill this out here. What are we missing here?
Sir.
3 regiments.
Your
So in that
humble
case we
servant.
will have these 3 to fill this
Anything more?
defending garrison here. And the rest of these will then be sent, I think, into this army
Citizens,
here, guarding
march!
the fort and the border. And
Sir.
have a General Kerr here. Now I think what we will do, if we move him here, he's going to engage there immediately. We'll put him here where we initially were going to be. Look at that.
At the ready.
Those recruits, where are those recruits? They must have already been dispersed amongst these forces here.
Yes, sir.
We've got a powerful...
Ready for orders. Your humble servant. Ready for orders.
Now, Poland. There they are. They're all in here. Look at that. They filled out the defending forces here. This defending force. And now we're going to continue that recruitment unabated. We can't put any cannons because the cannons take too long. We'll have 2 cavalry here. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic to see. We're starting to strengthen defences here. And we're also going to continue... Actually, what we'll do is we'll have cannon coming from Königsberg, I think. And we've got Gdansk firmly under siege here. Now we could get pleasure gardens. What we've got here, +5 happiness, 2,400. We won't get that just yet. Recruitment here. We get 3 more regiments here. Copenhagen is going to see a further reinforcing of its armies. I think we will though have cannon here because we're pretty secure here. Gdansk is still sealed off. These we've got now many more troops in here now guarding this, helping us defend. We've got an army group plus a reinforcing army here. We've got Königsberg sealed off as well. We've got Gdansk under siege. We've got an army being built here to defend on the Russian border. We're going to need some more troops in here for definite because they're still using Minsk here as a place to be able to bring. As you can see, their armies aren't as got that power behind them anymore. They did have. They dispersed. Sweden, it's fine. Ah. Right, the spy, the agent. Now, I think what we need to do is keep an eye on Russia. Well, actually, no, we need to keep an eye on here in Hanover. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep an eye on all of these positions here.
Watching our enemies.
Now they're pretty weak here. They're pretty weak in Hanover here. They don't have much in Hanover at all. I wonder if we could launch a strike force from the homeland to be able to take out Hanover here. This would draw even more off. Mind you, we don't want to bring in Austria. The Austria have got just so many troops here. This is ridiculous. Now Moria, we're going to start increasing any potential here. And New England, it's good to see an increase here. We're going to try and... But what is this? Why are the British here? What is the reason? I don't understand the reason why. So to that extent, and for that reason...
Yes, sir.
No, General DJP still has his mission. We're going to carry that out.
Maneuvers complete.
We're going to start recruiting here as well in the homeland. We're going to have 3 regiments in here. We're going to use Boston here as our main centre. Bringing the recruits in here. Now can we recruit in here? Oh, Marion's Rangers. Thank you, good sir. Any other production centres we can use here? What about Falmouth? Nope. What about New York? Oh. Still, it counts. Every bit counts here. No. Anywhere else. Oh, Daniel Boone here has died. And so for that fact, we have a general here. We're going to put a general here in New York. We're definitely gonna have to move in forces into here. We're not comfortable with this at all. The British have really overstepped their bounds here by doing this. This is a ridiculous amount of troops in here, unless they're coming here for some good reason. Plus 206 are still in good. We're still in good terms with them. Very good terms with them. But I don't. Yes, King George. I just got that. I just don't know what it is. I just got that uneasy feeling. So I think what we'll also do is start preparing some troops down here as well. Better be safe than sorry, to be honest with you, my friends here. And so we're going to do that. We're going to put together quite a powerful force down here in Mexico here. It's going to deal with any aggression from the British. We'll have to move up forces in here and start really putting a lot of forces into position around here to guard against that. Anything else? Any problems we've got here? Nope, let's back up to full health here. Here as well. No. That's excellent. What we did also say we would do is we would start increasing the naval firepower. We should just have... The Navy's not really that important at the moment. We just need to keep on bringing in that. What we will do though is we'll get this Pleasure Gardens up for the happiness there it'll give us. So you can see here we've still got foreign occupation pretty heavy on the cards here. Right. Is everything else under control here? Now I think we're going to have a battle. If we do have a battle, my friends, it won't be until next turn. Until next episode, I beg your pardon. This is an episode where we've just been rebuilding here, gathering our strength, focusing what we need to do here, and starting to use Scandinavia to its full advantage. In other words, being able to have these sort of quiet areas. We're able to recruit a lot of troops ready for future engagements here, and also in Königsberg as well. Being able to do that pretty unhindered here, which is very nice to see. But I think we're going to be having a fight here, which is going to bring in all of these troops in, but we've moved in a good substantial amount of reinforcements now.
Sir.
Some of these have actually been replenished quite well here. Right, let's end the turn, my friend. This will be the last turn here of this episode. Whatever happens now will be what we will come into next time we revisit the USA. What a fight this has been. What a fight. What now? Come on now, Britain. Don't give us any trouble here. The sheer amount of troops we've got here is taking it a long time for it to come into Britain. Look at that. French have retaken Paris. It's taking its time here. So I don't have any problems here with this now. I wonder what Britain will be up to now, in terms of what happens. There it is, Great Britain. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. What is going on here with Britain? Oh, this is highly unusual. Austria. What will they try? Whoa. They moved up a little bit closer there. Spain, France is dealing with Spain. Oh, that's a big army there. Prussia, this could be interesting, my friends. Germany, what will Germany do here? A lot's going to ride on this now. A lot. What are they going to get up to here? It's important we keep an eye on what Germany's doing here.
Sail for
Pushing
home.
us out of there, but we can still blockade that port to bring it under our control here, or at least seal them off so they don't get the income from that. What Britain is doing there is pretty vexing. Why is Britain moving those forces? But what Germany does here now will really absolutely dominate what's going on here in this campaign here. Specifically what's going to happen now. Will they drag us into another fight for Warsaw? But we're ready this time. We're ready. Come on, Prussia, make your move here. Germany, should I say. Come on, Germany, make your move here. I keep saying Prussia, but it's Germany now. They've changed their flag. They've changed to the German Republic. They're no longer that old Prussian monarchy. Nothing yet. Nothing happening yet. Here it comes. Here it comes. Troops, a lot of troops moving into Berlin area, but is this merely defensive? A defensive move here? Using a lot of forces from Berlin, but even some of these forces have taken a bit of a beating here. Look at that. They've got these forces in here, but not a huge amount. A lot of their fighting forces in and around Warsaw, a huge amount of it. Okay. Nothing yet. Starting to move forces up here now onto the southern flank again. Oh, we're going to see a complete surround here of Warsaw. This could be the last throw of the dice here from the Germans. We're not afraid of a fight. Not now, we're not. Not now, we're not. This is going to prove... But why are they moving forces into this pack of French forces here? Are they hoping to stir them up against us here? If the French moved against us, we would be pushed pretty hard. lot of movement, but it's not actually going anywhere. Okay. I think a bit on the outskirts of this sort of Gdansk pocket, this cauldron. Tentative here, my friends. Tentative steps by the Germans. Nothing here that's really sort of pushing them into any particular direction. But I think they're trying to surround Warsaw again. Even using the battered armies from the last battle here we had with them. Oh, steady, gentlemen. Around Breslau here, Silesia. Will they make that move against Warsaw, or will they allow us to continue to replenish and repair? Now, I know many of you say, try and get the defences up and repaired. We can't actually repair them. I'm not sure if it happens over time. It might happen over time where the defences are rebuilt automatically. But we can't actually manually repair those defences. The only thing I think we should do is to knock them down and rebuild them again, but we don't really want to do that. Again, we can't spare the money for that. That's like 24,000 gold just to get it to where the defences where they are at the moment now. So that would be a huge investment. I mean, that 24,000 gold would probably get us, 20 regiments, which I think is we all can agree that's far more valuable to us. It really is. Oh, we could see movement here. Are they going to send this army group in against us now? Reinforcing. Again, they're moving forces into here. Are they using the French as sort of a place to hide? Hoping we'd forget about it. We won't forget about it, my friends. We won't forget what they've done to us here. As you can see, the Germans are taking a long time here on this particular turn here. Look at that, they're still moving in forces here from Minsk, using the Vilnius road here in Lithuania to move their forces down. That is abhorrent to everything that we hold dear here. They are sneakily doing this. They don't even have the courage to sort of openly come, from Berlin or from Silesia. But they're thinking about it here. They're taking their time to think this over. Oh, I thought they might have been moving into Copenhagen then, but no, they're hitting that trade port there, which is fine. Steady, lads. What a turn here from the Germans. This is huge. This must have taken about 5 minutes for them just to move their forces. They don't think they know what to do here. I think they're in a bit of a quandary as to what to do. I think strategically we've put them on the back foot here. This is what's throwing them into this sort of, this morass. This tactical morass. Will they move against Warsaw? Will they just give us that extra time we need? 1 more year. 1 more year will do it. Even 1 more season will do it. 3 more months is all we need. Three more months and we will be absolutely... Oh, wait a minute. There it is! No, I don't... We're going to try and track them in a bit closer here to us, because you can see this is not good for us here, this. Actually decline that attack. Can we get them to attack? That's much more like it. But they're bringing in 13,000 men. No, we're going to decline that attack. We need to try and pull some of these things in our favour here. Let them move closer up here, the road here to Warsaw. That's more like it. That's more like it. Oh my word. Excuse my phone there, my friends. This is more like it. This is bringing in everything in the area here. Just some of these forces here from the Germans have taken a bit of... But these are brand new armies here. Some of these have taken a beating, but we are ready here. We are sitting pretty here. Look at that. All of these forces, bar a few of them, are up to full replenishment and sitting ready to fight. This army here is still not fully replenished, but by damn, it's ready to fight. 2995. But this, my friends, is the fight we're going to be taking next episode. And it is going to be, once again, the Battle of Königsberg, but it's going to draw in 13,000. All of the German armies surrounding us now are going to be pulled into this fight. But we now outnumber the Germans. We finally outnumber the Germans here at last. We've put things into our favour because we've moved those army groups into this position here. But as we're going to end this episode here, my friends, and it's going to be a titanic battle once again. Your advice, my friends, will be most welcome here. Vital to what we're doing here. And again, you've shaped and moulded this campaign as always, my friends, in the best possible way you really have. Your advice has been exemplary, it really has. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode, my friends. No action this time, but we're just calmly putting ourselves back together again, reorganising our troops, replenishing, reinforcing, making sure we were ready for this exact moment. But I hope whatever you're doing, my friends, I hope you're having a good week. Whatever you're doing, please be safe, please be careful, have a good time. But until next time, my friends, bye for now.